Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that some faces that day will be bright and illuminated. And what will be they doing? They'll be actually looking at Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself. And that's just like really, really amazing bounty to have, to be able to see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and have a direct conversation with him.
Yeah, this is obviously one of the greatest things about Jannah, is being able to see Allah. And I try and think about this at times, and I'm thinking, like, when I think back, I'm like, what's the most happiest kind of feeling I've felt, or the most joyous feeling I've felt, right? And I think everyone has their own different feelings, where when you think back and you think that moment I was like in extreme happiness, or I was so joyous or whatever, it's like whatever that moment is, like seeing Allah is going to be beyond that, like unimaginably beyond that, and this is the kind of thing that we should hope for, and these are the kind of things we need to aim for, that these kind of cheap thrills that we have in this world, whether it's like halal things like food or this or that, or even haram things like drugs or whatever, these are all like very, very cheap thrills to make you feel a certain way. Whereas actually looking at Allah, like the feeling that's going to come from that, the joy and the happiness and everything that comes from that is you cannot match anything to that. And it's such a great state to be in, especially when you hear where all the other people are going to be in this same situation as well.
I would highly recommend, if you haven't heard or gone through the hadith that describes that experience of the conversation, the dialogue that will happen as the angels call you out. Inshallah, we are from them. By the generosity and the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that your Lord Allah is calling you for the last promise or for the final thing that He hasn't given you, and then how they'll be asking about it, we have been given everything, what's there, what's remaining, and then they'll be told about this final promise and how they would actually see and talk to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's a really beautiful hadith. Highly recommend checking it out if you haven't gone through it, or even if you have, right? I do try to read or listen to it from time to time, and it's a beautiful experience.